All right, welcome back. Welcome in, Bear Down. Big news this morning is Omarion Hampton is currently, or recently within the last hour, visiting Halas Hall. Does this confirm running back going in the first round? Do they see the tea leaves and see how much the Las Vegas Raiders are completely in love with Ashton Genty and decide to pivot at 10 to Omarion Hampton? Are they planning a trade down from 10, maybe to get ahead of those teams at 20, 21, 22 who potentially are looking running back? Are they willing to risk that, or do they take Omarion Hampton at 10? We don't know, but we do know today that Omarion Hampton has been into Halas Hall to visit the Chicago Bears for one of the Bears' top 30 visits. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Bear Down Sports. This morning, April 14th, Chicago Bears visits for the day, updates overall in general. The only one that I've got news of today, and I actually am proud to say that I brought this one to you guys, stumbling across his social media. You see there on the left, that's him on his timeline on Instagram taking a picture of him in Halas Hall this morning, about an hour ago. So according to his own social media, the Bears are meeting with Omarion Hampton today. How do we feel about this one, guys? I like Omarion Hampton a lot. I do not like any running back at 10. That's just my opinion. But the Bears are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to draft Ashton Genty. They're going to draft Omarion Hampton. Are they doing it at 10? Are they doing it with a trade back? We know he's met with the Steelers as well. We know those teams at 20, 21, 22 in that range are going to be looking running back. We know possibly at 12, the Cowboys could be looking running back as well. So it's not off the possibility, just because Ashton Genty is probably going to the Raiders, that Omarion Hampton could be on the radar as well. So very big possibility for the Bears. It updates our top 30 list. And here's how it looks. So take me off, and you can see there that the Bears have now met with 5 prospects that are potentially top of the first round, or a couple more that could be trade down. You could put Josh Connerly in first round as well. He's in the same range as Omarion Hampton. So, but I would assume this would be a trade down scenario for Josh Connerly. I would hope the same thing for Omarion Hampton as well. Or could the Bears be looking at Omarion Hampton as a possibility? Say they take Tyler Warren, and then they kind of feel out how the first round goes, and if Omarion Hampton drops far enough, say he gets to 20, 21, 22, the Bears package that second rounder with a future pick and maybe a third round pick to come up and get Omarion Hampton. It's absolutely within the realm of possibility. So this is your updated top 30 list for the day. I haven't seen anything else other than that over the entire weekend, other than this morning. That's it. Omarion Hampton coming in. We also know the Bears met with him at the Combine. So here's the Combine list. You can see Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty, Cam Scattaboo, Quinshon Judkins, and Travion Henderson were the running backs the Bears met with at the Combine. So a couple of these, the Bears have met with a couple of these guys at multiple places at the Combine and at top 30 visits. Tyler Warren, Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty on that list there. And then there's a couple others at other positions as well. So the Bears are getting serious about some of these guys. Who knows what they're going to do? We're going to leave that up to the tea leaves. But here's your player profile on him. Here's Ashton Genty. You see good measurables, tested out really well on everything. His shuttle grade was the only thing that wasn't elite. I think when I watch his tape that his lateral agility is really well. Most analysts say he has good lateral agility, but because of his size, it's not excellent. And you'll get that with these 6-foot running backs. They're not going to have as elite lateral agility as your 5'9", 5'8", 5'6" guys. It's just not the way it is. But good broad jump, good vert. I mean, everything about his testing tested out really well, and he's top of the class with Ashton Genty rushing, breaking tackles. Overall, a really good running back. 9 yards of reception, only dropped 2 passes this last year. Overall consensus rank around 31, 32. Brugler has him as a 29 overall, as you know. We love to bring up the Beast article here on this channel, so we don't share the entire thing. We don't share every single prospect, but the ones the Bears are bringing in for top 30 visits, I share those ones with you guys. Back 2 in this class, but Dane Brugler isn't quite as high as some people are on Omarion Hampton. He kind of sees running back the same as me, except he's still very high on Ashton Genty like everybody else is. He's got Omarion Hampton as the 29th overall running back, or 29th overall prospect, the second running back in this class, RB2 right there. So grew up in Clayton, North Carolina, had a sibling and a cousin who also played college ball as well. In high school, he broke records for football, as well as he did track and field, weightlifting, and basketball as well. So a multi-sport athlete like many of these guys are. So, oops, we scrolled a little too far there. Come back up here, and you can see 4-star recruit, 11th ranked running back in 2022 recruiting class, number 3 recruit in North Carolina. But then he soared to the top of lists as he started playing for North Carolina. You can see his stats here. Sophomore year had a huge breakout year, and then this last year kept it up. So big year for him. First team All-American multiple times. Opted out of the bowl game this last year. His strengths: thick, squared up build, above average run strength, especially his lower half, broke his high school squat record as a sophomore. Tilts filled downhill with his forward lean and barrel through half tackles. Above average initial burst for a 220-pound athlete. He does play bigger for his size. He and Caleb Johnson, you can say, both do that. His pro day, he weighed 223 pounds. So he reads blocks well at the line of scrimmage to press hips of his blockers, subtly sets up defenders before cutting back against pursuit's leverage, creating fly-by tackle attempts. He's got really good lateral agility. He's got really good vision. He can see the holes really well. So he's definitely a good prospect. I'm just not in love with any running back in the first round. I think it's a risk, but we'll see what the Bears are reading the tea leaves here, what the Bears are trying to do. Accelerates cleanly off plant foot to transfer speed in and out of cuts. Feasted on pivot routes. 2 drops on 80 career targets, which is a really good thing. Transfers ball to correct hand to protect against fumbles, 1 in 2024. And he did play more outside zone than gap scheme, so he would be more of a DeAndre Swift replacement, in my opinion. And then, I don't know, we'd see what the Bears would do with more of those inside runs. We'll get to that in a second, but there's 4 running backs right now in the roster, and usually they'll take 6-ish or more into 90-man camp. So we could be looking at 1 running back here at the top of the draft and 1 as an undrafted free agent or with one of those 7th round picks. Who knows? Proven as durable workhorse, 25 or more touches in 8 of 12 games in 2024. Offers both talent and experience in pass protection. Finished his career number 4 in school history in rushing yards, number 3 in rushing touchdowns, and number 2 in 100-yard rushing games. His weaknesses: lack of swivel in hips creates tightness in turns, which limited open field creativity. Sluggish getting through some lateral jump cuts. Will make himself too big of a target throughout line of sight. And they'll have this same criticism about a lot of these bigger backs. But if you watch Omarion Hampton on tape, he actually is pretty smooth for the size. He's got a unique combination of his size and his abilities. So I actually really like him as a prospect. Again, early first round, 10th overall. I would hope we would trade back. You might have to, look ahead of some of those teams that could potentially take him 20, 21, 22 range. Maybe you're looking to a mid first and then taking him earlier than people would expect. I don't know. We'll have to see. Willing to power into contact, but not always through it. Stayed healthy in college, but missed most of junior season in high school with broken left ankle. And that's something I didn't know before I read the Beast article. So summary: a 2-year starter at North Carolina, Hampton was featured back in former offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey's balanced run attack. He was a beast during his 2023 season and led the ACC in rushing. But it was even more impressive to see him repeat as the conference leader's rusher in 2024 without Drake May and with defenses selling out to stop the run. He rushed for 100 more yards in 10 of 12 games in 2024 and set UNC's single-season record with 2,033 all-purpose yards. With his NFL-ready frame, Hampton quickly reads the blocking scheme and collects his feet to accelerate through congestion or press and cut towards slivers of daylight. Once he gets north-south, he will mash the gas pedal into the second-level defenders, but sometimes does not do so at the expense of his balance. Sometimes he does so at the expense of his balance. And those heavy hits will take their toll over time. Overall, Hampton has only average creativity and is a tad tight in his hips and ankles, but he is a bruising runner with an effective blend of patience, power, and speed. Given his reliability on passing downs, he is a complete player and should start as an NFL rookie. So his grade is first/second round overall, 29th. I know that writing's a little bit small. I know it can be a little bit monotonous to read through, but some of you like to listen, and that writing's small, so I read the whole thing. But I appreciate you guys being a part of this. All right, so North Carolina, Omarion Hampton, you can see average ranking 12, 20, 23, 24, 24, 25, 29. So right in the mid-20s. I would hope the Bears would trade back and get a little value if they go for him, or trade up after picking another prospect that high. But Omarion Hampton is a good prospect at running back. The Bears should be excited about potentially taking him. All right, last but not least, we're going to give you guys the updated dates. So I cleaned this up. I posted this on Twitter, but I have not posted this here yet. But it's a cleaned up version of the upcoming dates so that you have them. You can see everything that's going on with the Bears right next to where that Bear Down logo is. That's where we stand right now. So we're just a couple days away from wrapping up the draft prospects top 30 visits. They've got to have those wrapped up by the 16th. They can still visit, meet with prospects, just not bring them into Halas Hall after that until the 23rd. You can see 2 spots down. They'll have voluntary mini camp next week on the 21st through the 23rd. And then the draft will be the 24th through the 26th. We'll be live for that here. I'd love to have you guys tune in with me. So mark it on your calendars, 24th through the 26th, 24th and 25th being the most exciting. The Bears have 4 picks in those first 2 days as it stands right now, potentially more with the trade down. So we'll have to see what happens. Then rookie minicamp, they can choose between May 2nd and 5th or May 9th and 12th, one or the other. We'll see which one the Bears pick. They have not announced which one they picked yet. And then the OTA offseason workout. The Bears do have their official schedule out, the 20th through the 22nd, 27th through 30th. Then mandatory minicamp in the middle of that, 3rd through the 5th. And then the OTAs again. OTAs are optional, just so anybody knows the difference. The Bears usually have everyone show up to those, but they are optional workouts. Then another round of that, 9th through the 11th. Then we have that break, the annoying break for a month, June 9th to 11th, until we get back to official camp. Players need that. They love it, though. It gives them a break before football officially starts for the year. Mid-July, we get back into it. Then we have 90-man camp. Get into August, September, the cut downs, then we get into preseason, and then we're back, baby. The Bears are back. So that is what we have for you this morning. April 14th, Chicago Bears visit updates. Did this just confirm we're taking a first-round running back? Is it at 10? Is it a trade back into the first round? Many things are possible. I do appreciate you guys tuning in, though. If you don't mind hitting that like button, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, being a part of this with me, I appreciate you guys, and this will be fun. So let's go. Let's go.
Sports making Chicago proud.